Hi guys, so today we want to talk about note on the third string, but briefly let me remind us the notes on first and second string that we already did. I said E is outside here on the first string. It's called E string, so we have E outside. Then we have F. Since E and F are always together, we have F here on the first string here and first fret. We have F on first string and first fret. Then we have G here on the third fret of first string. Those are the notes on the first string. Then to second string down, which is also known as B string, we have B outside. It is called B string. B will be outside, so we have B here outside. Then we have C right next to it inside on the first fret. Then we have our D here on the third fret. So those are the notes on the second string now. So now if you are looking at your material or the I'll paste it here underneath the video so you will see it. We are in section 3 now, which is note on the third and fourth string, but actually today we'll be talking about only note on third string. So now, but I want to teach us the things that are written in the book. Now first, you have a tie. They are trying to explain a tie there. They said a tie combines the rhythmic value of two notes and it's represented by a curved line. So what they are trying to say actually there is that, you see, the diagram you are looking at on the video, you see there's a note which takes 4 beats combined with a note which takes 2 beats. Now you now see a line above them tying them together. So what that means is that if you want to play that is a C note actually, because that falls on the third fret, on the third space, sorry, because we have F on first space, we have A on second space, then we have C on third space. I believe you already know that. So that falls on the third space and is a note C. Then the first note takes 4 beats. So you have, and then the second one takes 2 beats. So if you want to play that note, you won't play 4 beats separate and the 2 beats separate. No, you just play them together. So do you play 6 beats throughout? That is what they are trying to say there. So if you want to play now, you just play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is what you will play when you see a tie like that. Then the second example, you can see them. They are E notes throughout. They fall on the third space. So the first one takes 1 beat, you see. Then the second one takes 2 beats, you see. 1, 2. Then the third one now and the fourth take 1 beat actually. But you can see a tie on them, which means you will play them. You will play the first note, and that first note will represent the second note. Then you will play their time together. The time supposed to be taken by the fifth, that fourth one and the third one. You will combine them for the third one. That's what I'm trying to say. So you play something like this: 1, 2 for the both of them. Then if you say the fifth one does not have a tie, so you just play 1. Then I think that's 7 though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, the sixth one now and the last one, which is the 7th, they are tied together, and that sixth one has only 2 beats. The last one has 4 beats. So you play something like this for them: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that is what they are trying to explain with the time. Now we have next a dot. Now what a dot tells you is that if you see a dot in front of a note, it is telling you divide the note into 2, then add that value to the original value of that note. What I'm trying to say is that, for example, the first dotted, you see dotted half note. Now that note is supposed to take 2 beats originally. Now 2 divided by 2 is 1. So now you now add 1 to that 2 that note is originally supposed to take. So that will give us 3. So that means this note is taking 3. You know, all the notes you have been doing, they are always even. We have 4 beats, we have 2 beats, we have 1, and so we can. That means with this now we can have something like 3. We can even have like 1.5, which is 1.5 notes. We can have something like that. That is what they are trying to say about that. So if you are playing for that one, you will just play. Well, it's not placed on the staff. I will just represent it by E. So you play 1, 2, 3. then you move to another note. Then you can see the one that has 6 beats now, because originally that note is supposed to have 4, then but a dot is put in front of it. Then you divide 4 into 2, which is 2, then add it to that original 4, then you have 6. That is what they are trying to do. Then so if you have that now, what you just do is play it 6 times, for 6 beats. So that is what they are trying to do. And the next one, it takes 1. Originally there's a dot in front of it, so 1 divided by 2 is half. So you just play it 1, and then you leave it for a little space of that half before you move next to the other note. So that is what a dot means. Now next we have repeat sign. Okay, now repeat sign is telling you that repeat everything you see when you see that sign of repeat. Now that sign of repeat is something you see on your screen that has a curve like this, then double dot in front of it. Now for the first one, you will see now from 4/4, if let's assume a note is placed in front of them all like that, then you meet that repeat sign. What you do is go back to the beginning again, then start playing all those notes again, then you continue. Now what I'm saying is that if you start with a note like that and you keep playing, then you meet a repeat sign there. Now go back to the beginning again, start playing back. Now when you meet that repeat sign again, it can only have effect once. So if you immediately you go back for it, now when you meet it again, you don't go back again, you just keep playing like that. Now the next one here on the right hand side, you will see like it has double. Now the first repeat sign that you are seeing on your screen there, the first one, I'm talking about the one that staff now on the right hand side. Now the first dot, the first repeat sign you see here, you know there are 2 repeat signs there. So the first one you see here on the left, when you encounter that one, you don't go back. Reason because that repeat sign is kind of backing you, it's turning you back at you, so you don't obey it, you just keep moving. Now until you get to that one that is at the right hand side, which is turning its face at you. You know you are coming like this from left to right, you are coming like this, and that first repeat sign that you see is turning it back at you, so you don't obey it, you just keep moving. Then until you get to that one at the right hand side, and that one is telling you have to go back compulsorily. So now what you just do is go back until you meet that repeat sign that is now facing you. Before it was turning back at you, now it's facing you. Let me come back again. This is what I'm saying. Now on this staff, now let's assume we have a note placed all through on it. Now you were coming from that time signature, which is 4/4, and the clef that is placed here. Now you were coming like that, you know you were coming from left to right, and you are moving like this. The first one you won't obey it because it's turning it back at you. You don't need to obey it, you just keep moving and keep moving and keep moving, then until you meet that one that is at the right hand side. Now when you get to that one at the right hand side, that means you meet it here. That means you have to go back like this. So you have to go back now from right to left. So moving back from right to left, you are now facing that one that was on the left before. You are now facing it. So it tells you stop. Don't go back to the beginning and start playing from the beginning. You just start playing from where you meet that one that was backing you the other time. So then you start moving now like that. Then you can now proceed. That is what they are telling you just about the repeat sign. I hope you get it. If you don't get it, just ask the question. I will explain it again. But if you don't get it, pause your player, backward it or rewind it, and then watch it again. Then I think you should be able to get it. And it's very explanatory enough. Even if you read the notes, you will get it. Now we have 8 notes. Now, okay, so I was explaining 8 notes, and I said 8 notes takes half a beat. So when you are playing it, you don't just play it up to a beat, you play it half a beat, but most times it is tied together. It is tied together. They said an 8 notes receive 1/2 a beat, so it takes 2 of them to make a beat. So what they are saying, half plus half makes 1. So it takes 2 of them to make 1 beat. Now if you have several 8 notes together, they are grouped together by a beam. So most times you will see it with that beam. Instead of 8 notes, you have just a sleeve. Then you will see it beamed together. You see it beamed together. That's what they do. 8 notes. Okay. So now we have first 8 notes exercise. Before we move on to actually third string exercise, now we have 8 note exercise. So I'll do some of them now, then you practice with some of them. So but they are very easy to get. Let me do now. Now the purpose of the exercise is for you to play 8 notes. Now if you want to play 8 notes, don't just play it down or up. You play it up and down, up and down. So if you don't know how to do that, you can pause the player and practice it for a while. Just play up. If you are playing the first one up, then the second one should be down. And you are playing the second one, if you play the first one down, then the second one should be up. Just make sure you are going up and down, up and down, up and down. So that's how to get it. So if you don't know how to do that, you can always try to just take your time and practice up and down, up and down, up and down. So maybe later I'll give us an exercise later that we can practice with to ensure the up and down playing very well. Okay. So but now let's start with the 8 notes exercise now. Okay. Number 1, now I have something like this. Again, I'm taking number 1 again. So that is number 1. Now to number 2, now I have something like this. So that is number 2. Now number 3, now I have something like this. Okay, that's number 3 now. Now let me do number 4 as well. Okay, I have something like this now. Number 4 again. Okay, so on your own, I believe you should be able to do number 5 and number 6. They are very simple, very simple. There are things we have done already. It's only just to combine those notes, which are 8 notes now. So very simple. Then wherever you have rest, all you do is just pause for the amount of rest. But here, I think all the rest here that I'm seeing here, they only take one beat. So those are the rest that we have here. So now I'll be proceeding, I believe, to our work for today actually, which is note on third strings now. Okay, to third string exercise now. So now on your screen you can see we have G and A notes on the third string. So those are the notes we have. We have, since third string is called a G string, you have G outside. So we have G here. Without pressing down anything, you have G. I'm playing the third string now, which is also G note. Then, you know, right after G, you have A, right? If you are counting it alphabetically, you have A. But between A and between G and A, there's a space. Though, so that is the space left here on the third string, on the first fret here. So you have G outside there. Then you leave this space, then you come to A here. So those are the 2 notes we have there. So you can see it on the screen. G falls off that thick line. Then A is number 2 because it's on the second fret here. And you play it with your second finger here. So that is A and that is G. Now, looking at your staff now, you see G is on the second line. You know we have E, G, B, D, F. Then we have E first. Then we have G next. So G falls on the second line now. and A falls on the second space because we have FA. We have FACE for space, which are 4. FACE, then we have F, then we have A. So G will fall on the second line, and A also will fall on the second space. So that is what we have basically on third string in position 1. So we have only 2 notes there. It's not 3 unlike the others. Other strings will be 3, but this particular string is just 2. It has only 2 notes on it. So okay, let's start with the exercise now. Like always, I have metronome with a tempo of 60. And remember, don't set your tempo too much so that you get it easier. If you need a metronome, you can download it on your phone through Google Play Store. So you'll see it there very easy, and you can buy it at a store of an instrument store. You can always find it there. I don't know the price, but it shouldn't cost so much. Okay, so now the exercise number 1. Now I have something like this. Okay, sorry. So like I said, I have A outside here. I have G outside. Sorry, G is outside and A is here on the second fret. So those are the 2 strings we'll be. Those are the 2 notes we'll be talking about. So now let's start. Okay, that's what we have on number 1. Now let's proceed to number 2 now. Number 2, you have 8 notes there. They are joined together. So we have something like this on number 2. Okay, that's what we have on number 2 now. Okay, now I'll proceed to number 3. Number 3 now, I still have my metronome at a tempo of 60. So number 3 is something like this. Okay, so number 4 now, which is the last one. Now if you look at the right hand side of number 4, you see there's a tie there. There are 2 notes that is tied together. So what you just do is play the value of the second one with the first one. So that is what you do, and they are on the same line, which they are G, because they are on second line. They are both on the second line. So you just play them together. That's what they mean by that. Okay, so we have something like this in number 4. Okay, so with that we have come to an end of third string exercise. So what I will need you to do is just play this exercise over and over again. Repeat the video and play it over and over and over again. Thank you for watching the video.